Hey everyone! I almost just wanted to sing an old song and be like, everybody, yeah, but no singing. Anyways, today, it is Thursday and it's Halloween, and for any of you who follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, you saw my costume last night. I went to the YouTube Space LA for a party, and you can see, look at that. You see that? Look at that. It didn't come off all the way. Oh my gosh. You should see Sean. He has like dots. We look goofy. So I'm hoping that I'll go to yoga today and maybe I'll sweat a little bit and it will come out. All the red paint. At least the black and white came off, right? Am I right? Okay. Anyway, so that's why I look like I wore some goggles, which I really didn't, but I had face paint on. So happy Halloween, everybody. Thursday, I am on Twitter. So if you use the hashtag KatieFAQ, I found your questions. And I have an amazing journal topic today. I'm really proud of it and I'm excited. So stay tuned till the end for that. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe. I put out videos Monday through Friday. So I'm a busy lady. Okay, first question. I was sexually assaulted and my therapist wants me to talk about it, but I just can't. Any advice? We all feel this way. Talking about it is horrible and it can trigger us if we use behaviors to cope. It can make us really stressed out. We can want to cry. We can just want to shove our head in the sand. We can want to do a lot of things. But it is necessary. And my advice to you would be to pick up the Courage to Heal workbook. It is amazing. And I think, honestly, the first 2 chapters, if you can kind of work your way through those slowly, don't feel like you're in any rush, it will help you understand the process of it and realize that it's very slow and you're not expected to just blurb it all out. Although you might. A lot of my clients find that to be the easiest. Like, okay, today we're just going to do it. I have the strength. I'm going to cry it out. We're going to do this. But know that it's a process. You don't have to share it all at once. And talk about, to be honest, I think it might be most helpful just to talk to your therapist about the process and just say, hey, today I'm feeling a little tired, I don't feel like talking about it, and this is what I feel when I think about talking about it. Even talking about the process can really help. So I would just encourage you to speak up a little bit, talk about your own process, know it takes time, and pick up that workbook because it's amazing, okay? And if any of you have advice, because many of you have gone through this, would you leave your comments below so we can help one another, right? Because you might have some tips and tricks that I haven't used, and then I also learn from you, which is amazing. We have this great community. So, okay, question number 2. Hey, Katie, how do you know if you reached a point to go to inpatient treatment when you suffer from depression? It depends on the patient, to be blatantly honest. But I, as a clinician, look at my clients when they've either tried to commit suicide and still have extreme urges and struggle not putting a plan in place in their mind a lot, and a safety plan doesn't even really help. When it's kind of like the suicidal portion of it is I feel as a clinician really helpless. I start looking into it. Also, if it's completely ruining your life. I mean, when I feel like it's getting in the way of my clients enjoying things, going out with friends, making friends, participating in school, getting the grades that they need, things like that just can't fall into place. And I know there are things that will always not fall into place and we'll struggle in different areas. But when I feel like it's just taking over and it's this like dark fog is rolled in and they can't be the amazing person that they are, we'll start talking about it, or at least taking a break maybe from school so that they don't get those low marks and it doesn't ruin chances of college or whatever we're trying to work towards, okay? So notice if it's kind of taking over your life and ruining things that you used to enjoy and love doing. And also if you're very extremely suicidal and we just can't seem to find a way to help you with that, okay? I hope that helps. Question number 3. Katie, is it possible to recover from Bpd, self-harm, depression, and an eating disorder without talking about emotional and physical abuse from someone? But if when I talk about the other issues and miss out, even though it affects me, what? But if I talk about all the other issues and miss out, even though it affects me. I'm not sure what that last portion means. But the main question, the reason that I selected it, is if you don't talk about the emotional, physical abuse from someone, can you get over the struggles that you have? And the truth of it is no. And I know that's a really harsh answer, but that is most likely the reason that you struggle with those things. And in order for us to overcome it, we have to, I always like to tell my clients, I'm like, that shitty thing that happened is like this soccer ball, right? And we're going to go in this room, we're going to kick the shit out of that soccer ball. And once you feel like you have just kicked it all over and it's crazy and you're done, you're tired of it, you're tired of talking about it, you don't have anything left to say about it, you don't even want to think about it because it doesn't even matter anymore, it's so insignificant, you just kicked its ass and it's no longer an issue. And so that's really what we have to do. We have to kick that like emotional pain and that physical ramifications that we're feeling. We have to kick it in the ass and get it out of our lives, because otherwise we'll keep ruminating, it'll keep holding something over our head, because like I've always said, it's in the secret that things thrive. But when we shed the light on it and we just talk about it and we air it out, it doesn't do so good anymore. And it doesn't really have as much control. And you'll start to feel a little freer and like you can have a little bit more fun. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to talk about it, okay? Last question, question number 4. When my therapist asks me at the end of each session about my eating habits, I instantly freeze. Almost all my clients do that. Don't worry. I'm embarrassed to share anything that has to do with it because it makes me uncomfortable and ashamed. Is it really necessary to talk about the behaviors? And if so, how do I get over it? My habits are so second nature, which is very normal, don't worry, to me, and it's hard to hear that it's normal. So what can I do? I have had to write it down before as well, but that makes it worse and it's even triggering. Talk to your therapist about how you feel about this, about the process. Tell her it feels like it's second nature and it's embarrassing. We're going to have to start talking about it, even if it's triggering. I know that sounds bad, but sometimes it gets worse. I have a video on this. It might get worse before it gets better. Oftentimes when we first start talking about it, our eating disorder will rear its ugly head and be like, you don't deserve to get better, blah, and it'll get really loud for like a portion of time. But then it gets quiet because just like I was talking about before, when we kind of air it and we kick the shit out of it, it doesn't even matter anymore and it's so insignificant, it gets a little quieter. That little voice is like, because our healthy self gets stronger. And I know it's hard to talk about the behaviors, and there's a lot of shame and guilt and embarrassment that we attached to it, because a lot of times the things that our eating disorder has us do are things that can be embarrassing, you know, like taking laxatives or sneaking to purge wherever we are, or binge eating in our car and having a ritual going to certain restaurants and stuff like that. You know, it can be embarrassing, but know that as a therapist that works with it, and if she's asking you about it at the end of the session, we've heard it all. We're not there to judge. We're there to understand, and we're there to let you know it's okay to talk about so that you can be free from it. So talk with your therapist about the process and what you're feeling, and just white knuckle it, honey. Just do it. Just barrel through it. It'll be uncomfortable. You're going to be triggered. You're going to be upset at first, but I promise you there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It does get better, and it gets so much easier. Okay? Hang in there. You can do it. I know you can. And be honest with your therapist about where you're at. Okay? Journal topic. I love this journal topic because I think it's so amazing. It's so helpful. So we're going to trick our minds. Are you ready? You ready to be tricked? I like this because it's Halloween and it's trick or treat, and today it's a trick. So what are we going to do? We're going to write for 10 minutes. So set the clocks, everybody, and we're going to write. And the topic or the prompt, and I have all my notes written so I don't forget, the trick, is I don't want to write about ... Keep writing. You'll be surprised what comes up. And I find it for my clients to be so helpful and so amazing. And I want to read you a little bit about why it's such a trick. So it's another trick to get your subconscious to let go of protecting you from the feelings that you're hiding beneath the surface and let the real you show up on the blank page. It's amazing, trust me. Set a timer for 10 minutes and write anything that comes to mind. The goal is to be honest and vulnerable. Write about the most difficult thing that you can think of. And after you're done, you can rip it up, you can burn it, you can smash it up, you can roll it into a ball and throw it out the window. You can do whatever you want. But it can feel really cathartic to get it out. And it might be something you might want to give to your therapist as like a little insight. I'm just saying, it'd be nice. I think it'd be helpful. So I hope you guys like that. And let me know. Share what you thought about it. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram or Tumblr or Facebook or all the places that I'm at, you won't get your question answered. So make sure you follow me. Tomorrow's Friday. It's finally Friday. And I'll be on Facebook. So I will see you then. Have a good one. Happy Halloween.